remarks. I'll introduce you, and then we can take it from there. If that's okay.
Sorry, what did you say?
Well, I'll start by introducing you.
Okay.
And then we can start the interview from there, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Hi guys, good afternoon. It's Darren from Jace Media. I'm in conversation this afternoon with Louise Lemon, who has been described as the Queen of Death Gospel. We're going to be talking all things music, the lockdown, and going forward. So first of all, good afternoon, Louise. Thank you for being here, and welcome to Jace Media.
Hey, thank you so much.
So how have you been doing? How is lockdown for you?
Well, I've been in Sweden actually, so here there's no lockdown. It's just some restrictions, but we can move around kind of freely. So I just got back to Sweden right before the lockdown in Spain where I was before. So yeah, it was like crazy to witness how it was going on there and the difference from here. But so for me, it's been really fine actually.
Oh, that's good. So are you still able to go to the studio and do stuff like
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I'm working a lot, and also we're doing like some. I'm writing something at my place and sending over and doing stuff like that in that way as well.
Brilliant. Because I think obviously with the amount of interviews that I'm doing, most of the bands and the singers are pulling their hair out because they're in total lockdown and they can't do a lot. So I guess it's quite lucky that you guys can move around and still do your daily, go about your daily life, and have no restrictions.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we here it's been really easy compared to most places.
And I suppose you had obviously just finished a tour before the lockdown started. Is that right?
Yeah, I did some shows in Spain right before the lockdown. Yeah.
And then you were supposed to be starting on your own tour, doing another headline tour of your own. Is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So I was going out on tour in May, June. So that one we've postponed until next year now. So yeah.
And how do you feel about that? Does it make you, because what I say to most, of the people that interview is that for us, the reviewers and the interviewers and stuff, we get to listen to your music all day long, where you guys have spent months, in the studio, and then you can't take it on the road and perform it, so we're pretty lucky that way that we can say, oh, well, we won't see Louise, so we'll just listen to her CD. So for you, it must be frustrating.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to, this is something that I can do, I and we can do anything about. So I'm just trying to take this time as an opportunity to be writing and as in time to be introspective. And I mean, obviously, I'm used to traveling a lot and playing live. So of course, I feel like a need for it, and that I miss like being on the road, definitely.
Yes.
But at the same time, I'm just trying to like use this time in the best way I can, and just appreciate it in what it gives instead of focusing on the negative.
Yeah, and kind of what the roadblocks are. I think, for singer-songwriters like yourself, where, a lot of people say that you use this time to your advantage, where you can, kick back and start to, try and piece together some songs, do some writing, do some recording, do some lyrics, and keep yourself busy that way, where your mind is still active and not not going to sleep, because
Yeah, exactly.
and it must be, these times must be quite fruitful for artists like yourself.
Why do you mean?
So that
Fruitful or frightful?
fruit,
Sorry.
fruitful, sorry, Louise, fruitful, so that you can
Fruitful. Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
spend the
yeah.
time
Yeah,
writing. And
definitely, definitely. I mean, I'm learning new things, like obviously like more technical parts, and like really using this time to evolve and to write. And I mean, that's all we can do, all of us. Like, okay, so how can we use this time? So definitely I'm working on my next album and just, yeah, writing a lot.
Have you got anything down for the next album yet, or is it still in a work in progress? Or
Yeah, I have a few songs that's coming along, so I have like a direction of where I'm heading for sure.
yes, yeah. And obviously, is it going to be in the same vein as Devil?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's me that's writing, so obviously it's going to be definitely in the same aura as what I do. But I always try to, evolve. So whatever I do, I want to do differently. So I hope, and my thought is that my next album will definitely sound different and be different than my previous releases. But
Yeah,
obviously, like it's my round, it's my universe, so it will, you will recognize what I do.
yeah. I think from the new, the new EP, it's a real diverse swing from your Purge and the Broken Hearts and Open Heart stuff. It seems it certainly captivated me when I listened to it. You kind of get lost in the songs as to the writing and how the atmospheric it transports you, and
Mm-hmm.
the sultry mood of some of the lyrics and how they're portrayed in the songs. I particularly was taken by Bathing Gold.
Mm-hmm.
That was when you sit and listen to some new songs and stuff, and you listen to the old stuff. You can see there's a change in direction for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
which is it's a kind of darker swing, if that's a phrase.
Well, I mean, what I've been trying to do with all my releases is be honest and peel off the layers that you have. And I think also, I mean, I've grown a lot. A lot of things has happened in my life since my first release, up until now. So I'm glad that you say that you get caught in it. And I mean, um of course, when you've finished a record, like for it to be interesting for me as well as writer, I need to explore it in a different way, or and you I mean, for all of us, life is like a learning experience. So you live and you learn, and then, like, okay, I write about it, and then, like, you get new perspectives and new things happen. So um I try to be very, like, natural in that process,
Yeah.
and try to, like,
There was
I
there was there was a rawness from the songs that I felt like a purity, like you were kind of laying your heart out there, if that's a way to describe it, because it felt,
yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
that's what I try to do always. And I mean, for this record, it was me and my keyboardist Anders Ludvigsson who produced it. So
Yes,
of course it's going to be like very raw and very bare. I mean, because both, like everything comes from me and from, like, this person that's very close to me. So
yes. And did you feel when you were writing your new songs that there was a definite change in how you were putting the lyrics down and how the arrangements was going from your last record, or were you transcending from that a couple of years ago? Because obviously, um, you know, when you do a shift from a certain style or a certain mood to a new record, that that as I say, the lyrics they're mystifying and they're soulful and they're anthemic. Where you just feel that you're putting everything down to make this like the one of the best records you've ever made, and that's how I felt when I was listening to it.
Oh well, thank you. I mean, I'm just doing like what feels natural, and obviously like new things happen, new perspectives got me, and I just feel that my responsibility for myself as an artist is to evolve and to explore new things. And so it's, I mean, obviously I'm very conscious about what I do, but in the same time it needs to be something that comes from within, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Now, what about the tag of the Queen of Death Gospel?
Yeah.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I love it.
Does
I
that make
mean, I mean, I think it's a beautiful description. Like the description of my music as death gospel is so poetic, and it contains both the darkness and the light. And so I think it's like a very, very beautiful description, and also it really manifests the empowering part of the music I do. Because for me, it's even though I sing about these very like frail things, these things that are, you know, not your strongest points, they, when I write about them, they become my strongest points.
yeah,
So it's, I really think it's a fitting and very beautiful description.
yeah. I think sometimes when you read, and you're writing about someone, putting words on paper, and when people say you're establishing yourself as the Queen of Death Gospel, I think that's a very high accolade that people, that they believe in your ability and the fact that you're growing as a singer songwriter.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
You know,
it's
and that,
amazing.
and that people hold you in that high esteem. I know that's, some people say it's a lot to live up to, but I think that, with your new record, it's, as I say, it's darker and it's more melodic and it's more, atmospheric than your previous stuff. I think that shows that you as an artist are growing in stature, and you're growing in ability and believability of yourself, that you can, that you're held by your peers with that great title.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think like I'm very glad because for me it's like been a long process to find to find me, to find the way I want to express myself in every way. And I mean, like, like whom I'm playing with, who's releasing my records, how am I portrayed when I make videos, like for everything. So that makes me happy to see that people feel that it's genuine. And I think so. So yeah, I feel very secure in what I do, which and I'm really happy that people are feeling the same way about it. That's
Yeah, yeah,
listening to it.
yeah. I mean, it's a nice description for you to have. That people listen to your music and they describe you as the Queen of Death Gospel, and it's a nice accolade to have.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
that you're moving in the right direction. Obviously, when you did your underground blues and you've moved from that to the Death Gospel, was it an easy transition for you to do?
Yeah, I mean, as I'm saying, it's very like natural. It's for me, it's all about like, you know, questioning who am I, what am I doing, what really relates to me, what's honest, and what's, you know, sound wise, lyrically, like in all of it, who am I,
Yes.
and so yeah, it's a process that took some time and is taking time because that's like, you know, that's what we all do all the time.
Yeah, you evolve into,
Yeah,
yeah, you evolve to try and be better.
yeah,
I think,
exactly.
and I think that, with musicians, I think it's always trying to make a better record or a better sound than the last record they made,
Yeah.
and for people to then say, wow, that was an amazing piece of music, nothing like her last stuff, and that's a nice, that's a nice comment to have, that when people, listen to your music, that it's better than your previous stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best. thing that can happen, and that's obviously what everyone's going for,
you're
of
striving
course.
for.
Yeah.
And I think for you to be there, I think it makes you feel better, and you're glad in yourself that you are able to, reach into your soul and bring out darker, more melodic music that people can relate to.
Yeah, I mean that's everything. I mean, of course, like it's very important. I mean, and it's like relates. If I feel happy and feel that I'm making something that I am proud of, and that is evolving, then I like. Of course, it's amazing to have the same response
Yeah,
for it.
absolutely, absolutely. And how is the EP being received? Are you having lots of um, good comments coming back from it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the EP is not out yet. It's coming out 29th of May, so obviously, um, I will hear more afterwards. But everyone I've been speaking to has said very nice things about it.
Yeah, I mean, I was totally taken by it. When I heard it, and I reviewed it for my company. And overview sent it back to your PR people. So hopefully you may get to read that,
Mm.
and have my take on it as to how I as a reviewer, you sit back, and I normally sit back with a glass of wine,
Mm.
and sit and and get lost in the music, as it were. And as I say, for the 5 tracks, I was certainly taken by the arrangement and the lyrics and kind of the darkness of it, but it was kind of uplifting at the same time, if I can be as bold as to say that, because you listen to it and you think, wow, you don't come away feeling sad and melancholy. You feel quite kind of uplifted, if that's
Yeah, I've
if
heard
that's
that before, and that makes me really, really happy because that's the way I feel. I mean, that's what I mean when I write about something that's very sad. Still, in the end, like I have this song that I own, that I've made, created from nothing, or from this dark or horrible feeling. So
yeah,
so I'm very, very happy that that is portrayed, even though like the themes of my songs are very like dark, or
yes,
heavy. So that makes me really happy to
yeah.
hear.
I think as a reviewers, I get to hear lots of music and lots of different genres and stuff, and there's stuff that takes you, stuff that you're not taken by, and there's stuff that you could go, I could listen to that again, and this was certainly an EP that I'll be listening to over and over, because it kind of makes you feel, and for want of a better, good about yourself.
That's
if that
amazing.
if that's if that's a way to put it, Louise, it's just it makes you feel, you come away thinking, wow, you've put a lot into that, and I felt quite well. That it's hard to describe. You kind of, when you put you're writing it down, you kind of how you feel about the music, and you think, wow, it must have taken a lot for you to sit and write, these tracks and stuff like that, and to have it come across the way it's come across, for reviewers or PR people or record companies to listen to it. As I say, for me, it was a winner, because I like a bit of dark stuff, and I like a bit of melancholy, because it sometimes makes you feel better about yourself
Yeah, yeah.
when you're having a
Yeah,
bad.
you don't feel so alone.
It was really good. So I must commend you on that. It was a lovely piece of 5 songs, and I thank you for allowing me to review it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully maybe your PR company will let you read my review. So what's next for Louise Lemon? What are you up to in the next couple of months?
Yeah, well, obviously, so I'm writing. That's what I'm gonna be doing, just writing. And I just finished actually today or yesterday. I finished a new video that we're doing for Devil.
Devil. Fantastic.
So so that was it was actually like it's very, very magical, like 48 hours. We were just like out in the woods, filming, and it was like a very, very like many of my videos has been like very spiritual experiences for me, and this was like a really, really special um, recording. It was just me and the director, and it was very symbolic and very spiritual. So I'm about um, to put that together with him. So that will be released
So
quite soon.
did it take you the full 48 hours to complete the video, or was it shorter?
Huh? Sorry.
Did it take you the full 48 hours to do the video in the woods, or was it shorter? Were you just putting stuff together? Were you trying different takes?
Yeah, we've just been like out there and being creative, filming. So yeah, it's been like super special
Yeah,
experience and just being out. Yeah,
yeah,
but
and trying to put something together, because
yeah,
obviously as you say, the EP's coming out next week, so it's always nice to have a signature video.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, and it's so important for me to find people that I really can connect with, to work with, and this was just like all the pieces just came
came
together
together.
like
Yeah.
like very naturally, like just finding each other and making this, and then it was very yeah, I mean, we just filmed it, so I don't know how it's going to look, but I feel very, very inspired by it and very like lifted by it. So
Oh,
it was very
that's
cool.
really good. That's really good, because I think
Yeah.
obviously you can go away from doing a video and feel it was okay, or feel you could have maybe done something different. So the fact that you're coming away feeling uplifted and empowered by it, it's obviously it means that you've done a good job.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just like really intense, and like the both of us just put down like a lot of our feelings and like spirituality into it. So it was like many layers uh,
Yes,
of not just creating something beautiful, but also like really putting that energy in it. So yeah,
into
I'm
it.
I'm
Yeah,
looking forward
yeah.
for this one.
To make it, I think what it is for you as well, to make it the best you can make it.
Yeah, exactly. That's like what I try to do in everything I do, just to do it the absolute best possible way in all aspects.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that's right, because I think you feel as though if you've given it your all, then you
Yeah.
can walk away and you know that when it gets pieced together in the studio and then set out on video, you can feel accomplished.
Yeah, well, in everything you do, like as I said, with my music and with it, like if I feel that I've done my very best and there's nothing like there's nothing that I've not been like um how to say, like I you have the answer, and you've asked all the questions to yourself, you've answered
Yes,
them, and you've like done it properly, then it's, I mean, obviously I want people to listen to it, what I do, and connect with it, but then I can be solid in it and be proud of it, no matter
of
like
course.
what comes out of it, like
Yeah,
I've
of
done
course,
my
of course.
part.
So when you get back on the road, um, maybe likely to either the end of this year, beginning of next year, are you planning a full tour?
Well, I don't know. Really, it's so hard to say right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's gonna happen at all with the touring, so I
Yeah.
just take it day by day and see.
I suppose it's just good to get the music out there first, and then hope that the global pandemic kind of eases off.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
obviously, like myself as a reviewer, I would probably do 100 gigs a year, and I think I've done about six this year. And then
Oh
the
wow.
pandemic hit, so we have the fortunate job that we can review. I mean, I review every single day, different
Hmm.
different genres of music, and we just want to get out there, and see you guys do your thing, and get it down there for and live, you
Yeah.
know, rather than written than rather on a record or a CD, and I think what everybody at the moment is doing, the virtual, doing online gigs and stuff. And
Hmm.
is it something you've thought about yourself, or is it nothing that you would like to do, or?
I don't know. I've thought about it a little bit, but um, I haven't found like the right space or the right feeling to make it in a way that I want to do it. I mean, my music is very honest, but I still always want to do it in like this very beautiful setting. So I
Yes,
haven't
yes.
like found that match really. So
Yeah, like, I guess, you know, to get the full effect of it, you want to get the right setting that recreates the mood
yeah,
that,
exactly.
that the songs are meant to be played in.
Yeah,
And I suppose if you can't get that, then it's, you know, it doesn't serve the purpose.
exactly.
Well, listen, it's been absolutely fantastic to chat to you, Louise. I really appreciate your time. I know you've been busy with stuff. I will, as I say, I will send this review off to your PR company and hope they'll let you have a look at it. And I'll look forward to the new video coming out for Divil.
Yeah.
Uh, and I wish you every success for the future. And possibly, if you ever get to Britain, Jace Media can pop down and see you and have a chat.
Yeah, of course. And thank you so much for reviewing and listening.
Listen, not a problem. It was my pleasure to do it, and I wish you every success in the future, Louise. And you take care and be safe.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
This is
Bye.
Darren from Jace Media saying goodbye to Louise Lemon, and have a nice day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.